I'm a direct person, so I'm going to be straight with you all. I used to ace every test and project ever. I was a rising star in my high school for the activities in which I was participating, and I was always, but always, receiving the easier subject and tests. So you can say I was a lucky person. Lady Luck was in love with me, and actually, one of my teachers, my favorite one, the English one, told me that I should seize each and every opportunity because the stars, in the end, will somehow align in my favor. Don't get me wrong, I was still working hard for all of these results. It's just that sometimes hard work doesn't pay off. You get screwed somehow. But for me, I was always rewarded. I was a hard-working person, but also a lucky one. I'm not going to lie. So I started taking things for granted. I was no longer appreciating the good things that were happening to me. Another A, what gives? Another successful event, another amazing party, so what's new? I was basically ungrateful. So my English teacher actually returned with another quote. Something will be taken from you if you keep having this attitude, if you keep being ungrateful. And like some sort of spell, this reached the universe's ears, and I received a postcard from the universe. You're getting crushed, and you're getting crushed hard for your ungratefulness, because you're a lucky person, and you're not appreciating it. So a series of misfortunes started to happen. To kick things off, I am very passionate about this thing called MUN, or Model United Nations. We try to simulate United Nations conferences. Each student, known as a delegate from now on, receives a country, debates on policy, history, debate, public speaking, all the skills that I love in one place. So of course I was the best there is at it. And I was a popular person in my high school for this particular activity. So here I was, a proud member of the Romanian delegation at an international conference this time. I had all the 4 aces in my pocket and I was the 5th. And I knew everything there was to know about the topic. But unfortunately that was for nothing, because the moderators or chairpersons ignored all of my ideas, ignored my raised hand and silenced me. And I was dumb enough not to stand up against them, because who were they to silence me? Anyway, due to my lack of involvement, and actually I was just ignored, I did not receive an award like Best Delegate and such, and most of the Romanian delegation received one. So I was the only one. I was the best and yet not awarded. So my self-confidence was 2 feet under the ground. I was feeling horrible, I came home feeling depressed and all that. Then another thing happened. I got in a fight with my English teacher, my favorite one, the one that has foreseen all of this mess with her mystic quotes. I may or may not miss one of her private classes for IELTS training. I had no idea we had a training that day. I simply forgot. Even one of my colleagues forgot. So I just received a text message from a teacher, no context whatsoever, with, "Thank you for this farce. I am forever in your debt. Happy Easter." I was shocked because I had no idea what was going on. I did not even have a clue that we had a session that day. Anyway, it was all my fault. I get that, and it was an unlucky event. Then another conference, this time back home. Yes. This time I was in a full fight with the moderators. And they hated my guts for standing up for myself. Yes. And at the end, they said that, "Oh, we are sorry for forgetting to give you a shout out at the closing ceremony for all your hard work." How can you actually forget to give me a shout out for my hard work? I pour my heart and soul in all of that stuff, and you are denying all of my skills. Yet another misfortune. Then I had the public speaking contest. What's the main skill that you need for a public speaking contest? Voice. I had a sore throat that morning, so I had no voice whatsoever. I was running late for the contest, and it was raining cats and dogs. And the computer there actually had a virus and infected my memory stick for the PowerPoint presentation. Finally, for my 18-year-old birthday party, it was going to happen outdoors, and every forecast ever was announcing a terrible storm. So this is just a 3-week time lapse of my misfortunes. I was a lucky person. I had no idea how to handle all of this. And the quote that is the title of my talk, "The universe is actively trying to destroy me," came out of me. I had a feeling that he was out there to hunt me down and to profit for each and every of my failures. So I had to take a step back, because it's all fun and games with the universe until one of us loses their heads, and I lost mine. So I had to look for a silver lining in all of this. There has to be some good, some lesson to be taught. And it struck me, actually, how much bad things affect us in comparison to how little good things lift our spirits. We have an eye for misery. It's like we have this sanity bar above our heads, so it's mostly filled, and for every good thing that we do, we get a +1. But for every bad thing that happens to us, we get a -5. So this seems, we get a -5.
No, we don't get it.
You get a -5. It's unfair. It's not alright to, for the bad stuff we feel depressed, and for good stuff we just feel meh. It's like when your mother comes into your room and she starts shouting at you that you haven't done the dishes, that it's not clean enough, but she fails to see that you actually use the vacuum cleaner for the first time in your life, that your desk is clean for the first time in your life. In the same way, we fail to see good things that are happening to us. We just enjoy bad things for some reason. So practice what you preach. I took a step back and started to look at all the good things that happened to me somehow, let's say. Let's begin with the first conference, the one in which I got silenced, I got rejected for my ideas. Yes, I was dumb enough not to stand up against the moderators, but I had a blast from a social standpoint. It was an amazing conference from that perspective. I had so much fun with my friends. We were laughing with tears every day, and we were doing the craziest things out of all the foreign delegations. Here we are trying to copy the pose of that statue, and I'm the horse. And many other things with strong language, yes, did happen. But we even had a treasure hunt. We drove with chalk on the ground like a kid. We played Twister. One of our boat parties was actually on a boat, and it was amazing. I had so much fun with my friends there. But the bad conference actually made me forget all of this. So it's a +1, -5 for some reason. Yes, we are having fun yet again. Then the second Israel conference back home. This time I actually stand up for myself. I fought for my skills, I fought for what I knew was right, and I was proud of it. And my friends in the committee was actually proud of me and was backing me up. Did I see that? No, I was just noticing the bad things. Did I saw that? Actually, I apologized to my English teacher for missing her class, and she forgave me. I did not take any time to appreciate that end of the conflict. Another +1, -11 this time. Then the public speaking contest. With some small impediments, I still got the first place, and everything went just fine. And of course, on my 18-year-old birthday party, there was no storm whatsoever. It was as sunny as ever. So here we go. For every bad thing that happened to me, another good one happened in return. I was just too blind to see any of that. I am still a lucky person. I just have to look a little bit harder this time. Because it's a tough world out there. I ain't gonna lie. It is us who shape our experiences. It is us who choose to either count mud pounds on the ground or stars in the sky. I'm not telling you to stop being sad for the bad things that are happening to you. I'm telling you to take your time to be grateful for the good ones as well. Mourn how you wish for the bad stuff, but be grateful at the end of the day. Stop taking things for granted and stop noticing things only when they are not going your way. +1, -5 rule is hard to ignore, but we can do it. Smile when the sun is out, and when it's raining, be grateful that you did not forget your umbrella. And if you did forget your umbrella, because it happens, be grateful that you have a home to go to. Be grateful when you feel like the metro was waiting just for you and you catch it just in time. Be happy that on your way here, you only had green lights all the way, because if they were all red, you would surely have noticed. I am no master of this rule. I am no master of seeing the good things, of losing the bad things. I am a +1 -3, I believe, or +1 -11 when I'm feeling down, because it happens. We are humans. But I'm surely getting there. And one day, I'm going to look the universe straight in the eye, and I'm going to throw him a postcard the same way that he did to me. Thank you for actually trying to destroy me sometimes. Thank you for making me cherish this world. Thank you for making me weep so I can laugh with all my heart once again. Thank you for giving me tough skin, and thank you for making me look harder for joy in our lives. So, after this, go home and live better lives, because it is that simple. And for every person that is going to take my advice and start looking for joy and good in this universe, I will also get a +1, +1, +1, +1, and so on. If you're not doing it for your sake, please do for my sake at least. Because it's a brave new world out there. So let's face it with a smile. Why not? Thank you.